Hello and welcome back to Academy Rush, where we're gearing up for Evil Geniuses Academy versus TSM Academy with CLG Jungler, Wiggly, and Pastry Time. How you two gents doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
All right, well, we got our first couple looks at set tonight, and I think that's what jumped out at me the most of our Academy games so far today. First couple looks at how that champion acts on the Rift. Went 1-1 notably so far, so I think that's interesting. While people definitely have their opinions of his relative strength, we've at least already seen that he can both take a win and take a loss.
I mean, I had the Dignitas game, so I don't know if I
You
learned that much.
were
I mean, how good Set was. I learned that Dignitas are good, but I did see some cool stuff out of Lolo, kind of initiating fights.
Yeah, it seems like not a lot of people really understand like exactly what he does. So
Right.
it's just whatever team has a better understanding of what's going on in game right now, and yeah, that seems to be the team that's winning. So.
On top of that, when it comes to Champions Select, we had heard some inklings of things on the Korean server and the like of a Soraka in the bot lane. That also made its debut here on the Academy stage tonight. Took that loss alongside Set for Golden Guardians. But again, very interested to see how maybe Soraka warps the bot lane meta. Week 1 of LCS, we saw just a ton of Aphelios versus Senna. This time around, like, does Soraka have the capacity to completely change the way people look at the bot lane?
Not to say too much, but I'm pretty sure this week of LCS is going to be pretty wild. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
You said you'd be upset if it was only Set.
Yeah,
I'll be upset too.
yeah.
That's enough for me. Hearing that the LCS is going to be wild this week, that's a perfect primer for what's to come. You're getting a quick look at the lineups, Evil Geniuses, just before TSM here, Academy. Dokla, Spica, Evolved, Lost, Treats. Thoughts on these Academy lineups, Pastry?
I think this team's really good, and I just feel like they're growing into like a fairly new roster. Like these players haven't really played much together, with the exception of Speaker and Treats. Evolved is a brand, like an absolutely new rookie to the scene, like has never played pro before.
Yep.
But very talented as a player. So I'm excited to see what the ceiling for this team is, but still some things to work out.
If you take the flip side, too, looking at Evil Geniuses, let's remember that Week 1, Evil Geniuses Academy was playing with the likes of MVP FLICKR in the lineup, and yet they still suffered defeats. And so there might be some criticism to throw that direction, or at least we'll have to put a very careful eye on EG this week to see what all they've workshopped to maybe start picking things up here in the Academy split.
But they have Anda now, so that is one of the differences for EG, as we'll check in a second. So they did want to field Kadir and Giyu. Kadir has since been dropped from the roster, unfortunately for him. So Anda's come in kind of as his replacement. He's actually defending champion of this league, along with 100 Thieves, with Someday helping out there in the top lane. But FireFire, the new guy, this is a Scouting Grounds guy who didn't get a shot on a team. All of a sudden, you get one shot a year, and now he has a second shot.
If you're wondering how picks and bans went, you can see right there on the bottom of your screen. Set
ban.
did hit that ban table, unfortunately, for the side of EG. Means we are left with the Senna Aphelios in the bot lane of all things.
This draft looks too usual. I'm upset already.
Yeah, I hope that LCS will be a little bit more spicy than this, but oh yeah, just every single game seems to be just those strong early game champs in the jungle. Mainly just Lee Sin, Elise, Jarvan. Nothing too special here.
Do you like that meta? Because it's funny that like we as casters always try and categorize players. It's like, this is a great Blabber meta. This guy loves getting level 3, and then he farmed out his first game in LCS. So is this something you like, or?
I don't think many junglers really like this meta right now. Not because of the champions, but just because the impact that you have on the game is really only kind of in the first 2 to 3 clears. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think they changed jungle XP next patch, but definitely is not the most fun meta to play, even though you do still have a lot of agency in the early game.
I'm a little concerned in this game here for Evil Geniuses' late game. I mean, quite obviously they want to get a lot done early, but damage, I feel like they're going to be lacking for it in a 5-man team fight beyond 30 minutes.
Yeah, at least Pantheon is like one of the strongest mid 2v2s early game. So a lot of your advantages have to be gained from just moving together to bot lane, to top lane, constantly, like every single wave if you can, because they're just really unskilled champions when they're paired together. Pantheon presses a button, and then Elise presses her buttons, and then someone dies. So that's why you see Cleanse on Orianna, because she really just can't do anything. She just has to play safe and hope that they...
Right, Cleanse and Phase Rush, right?
Yeah,
so very defensive there for Orianna.
I think I called Pantheon backup Renekton the first time I saw it, because Renekton got banned in a draft, and then they picked Elise Pantheon. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I don't see Soligo play Pantheon very often. And then the exact same thing happened. I was like, oh, it's what you're saying, Wiggly. It's the same combination.
Yeah, it's the same idea. You just press your buttons all together and someone dies.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised here to see EG build a big wave here like they're doing, and they're, as you can see, like Elise is moving bot side, and Pantheon's probably going to move bottom and just dive. It's pretty like standard play. There's not really much you can do against it with the champions they have, so they just have to survive the early dive.
All right, you heard it from the LCS players' mouth. We'll have to see if the Academy players follow suit on the macro call there.
I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll see what they choose to do.
Well, actually, I mean, if
the wave
looking mid here, like, it looks like Orianna actually got the wave to bounce back, so maybe they'll be fine for at least this wave. Maybe at least we'll just try to die without her Pantheon, so.
Right, down there on bot scuttle right now, Lee Sin's in the top side, so they would have the man advantage. I think one other thing just to make note of in this game is the extra teleport on the side of Evil Geniuses sitting there on the mid laner, as well as the global that Pantheon has. So again, when we talk about ways for EG to extend their pressure and maybe some of those early game advantages, you gotta look for those global plays.
I don't know how I feel about this dive. I mean, FLICKR is on a ward, so Brendan knows what's up, but I think they're just making sure there's no potential lane gang.
Ornn takes a really bad trade and just builds a health crystal in lane.
God.
So that's
like, when things are going bad, he's like panicking, building crystals under the tower.
Yeah. Ornn is pretty interesting champion, I think. There's a lot of interesting champions right now.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah. There's not enough bans in my opinion.
There's not enough fans? We moved to 10 and it's not enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 20 to 25 will work.
Okay.
Wow.
Sure.
Well,
I'm kidding.
my next meet across the street, I'll go ahead and submit that idea for you.
I find this funny that FireFire is even like playing this with Anda. Like, yes, this is a strong combination, but he and Evolve played a lot against each other at Scouting Grounds. They were both there last year, and I felt like every time FireFire played against Evolve, his single goal was to kill him as many times as possible.
Oh.
Because he was trying to prove himself, and Evolve was kind of like the like talented up-and-coming mid laner that was like, and he ended up being the first draft there as well. So FireFire definitely a very vocal player. So even though he's temporarily on this team, at least for now, he's very loud and calm. So I'm sure he's at least making sure stuff happens with Anda.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure that this guy dies at least once, is what you're telling me.
Do you like having vocal mid laners? Because we talk all the time about mid jungle being so important. Like, I feel like whenever I see Bjerg stream, he's like pinging the jungler every single wave because he's so good at setting up for ganks. Do you like when your mid laner demands you come to his lane, or do you like kind of having control of the situation?
I think that if you're vocal, you have to be smart too, you know?
That's
if
my
your mid
problem.
laner is vocal but not smart, then that's not a good thing. So if he's calling the right thing every time, that's pretty good, but you never know. So that's my opinion on it. If you're vocal, you gotta know what you're saying. So
How many chances do they get? If they miscall once, you're like, okay, I'm never coming back to your lane.
I mean, I'm not gonna say for myself, but I'd say you'll know when someone's smart or not over time, I think.
That's fair.
Trading on the bot side, but still no crazy action. Waiting for all those solo laners to hit 6. Looks like the top laners
Oh boy.
just did.
Yeah, the junglers are running out of time. They're not going to be useful very much
Right?
later. No, I'm surprised that Pantheon and Elise haven't actually tried to do much together this game. That's usually a really good sign for Lee Sin and Orianna to know that, oh wow, like they're not really gaining many advantages with these picks so far. Obviously, there's still a good amount of time, and it's not like Pantheon Elise just fall off, you know, after 6 minutes. It's generally like they're pretty strong at like neutral objective fights, so it's okay, but it's definitely not ideal. They haven't done anything yet.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. I mean, I feel like TSM's done a pretty good job, both Evolved, making sure that the lane is pushed to prevent the roams occasionally, and then in those moments where Pantheon does get the push, those are the timings, you know, for the side laners to back for TSM, right? Just haven't been able to find anything. As of yet.
I was just about to credit like Evolve's general wave management because I assume that given how the lane is going, he's done a really good job. But then FireFire just pulled the wave and froze it, and Elise is the right side mid. So now I'm a little worried for the Orianna again.
Yeah, I mean, Orianna can go down a bit in CS, and it's usually fine. But actually, he's kind of got almost a 20 CS lead, which I'm not exactly sure how this matchup goes, but that doesn't seem too great for Orianna.
Second blue buff goes to Spica. We saw Orianna making her way over. Ends up not taking it.
That's interesting.
Can't miss the cannon.
Yeah.
It's too important.
If that, but if
I'm
that
not
were
a mid laner, but I would love to hear what a mid laner wants to say about that. Because I mean, Lisa with blue buff's pretty good, guys. Like,
Right,
I'm
also,
gonna be
yeah.
honest with you, like it feels pretty good having all that energy. all the time.
16 energy
Yeah.
per second instead of 10
Throwing
or
that
whatever
Q
it
in
is.
the river right there. Look at him.
This is how you
Full
start
energy.
selling the blue buffs thing to Crown. You're like,
Dude.
Crown, look.
No,
not
Crown's
sure
fine
you
with
need.
that. Crown's fine with that. He knows. He knows. I've taught him well.
knows.
No, I'm just kidding.
What a selfless player. Giving Wiggly second blue on loose there.
Yeah. No, yeah. there's not much-
Where's the first kill coming?
I feel like this is now becoming the curse of like Elise plus aggressive solo laner. We like talk up like, oh, the level 2 and 3 is so good. It's so easy. You just click the button.
Yeah.
It's like
And then nobody dies.
Well, a lot of the times too, like you see like the small CS advantages, like a lot of times in scrims, you just get the kill because people are just so greedy for like getting last hits.
Yeah.
But on stage, people will just be like, no, I don't want to die, guys. Like I'm just gonna give up this wave. I'm gonna give up this like last hit, you know. So that's why you see like, 10 CS lead bottom, 10 CS lead mid.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where their advantage is right now. They're getting the first dragon.
And then
so-
with that bot lane prio, right? Exactly. They pick up the Cloud Drake,
Yeah.
so one dragon in the back pocket.
Yeah, but it also seemed like
Ooh, here's your action in the mid lane.
He gets it to the. Ooh.
Cleanse, quick goal.
Ooh, what's
kick
going on here?
Through.
That was sick, actually.
That was-
Vig is such a genius.
oh,
Okay, very well played.
actually, wait, whose Senna was that? Oh, it was the.
EG's. So Matt definitely was trying to save his teammate.
No, yeah, that was a really good counter gank actually because although Elise Pantheon is really strong, it's not the greatest if they just throw everything onto the Cleanse Orianna with 2 Doran's rings.
Right, Cleanse
At least
came
in
through,
front.
waited for the Elise to move into melee range,
Yeah.
to get the double, the 2-man ult on Orianna, and then the follow-up from Spica was phenomenal.
Yeah, I was like, in my head, I'm like, instinctively, I'm like, cast this. I'm like, there's too much stuff going on. I'm just gonna let it happen.
And this is the lounge.
Exactly.
All right, we lounging.
I think Speaker literally, I think, pressed every button in that play. And I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Whitley, but it
Oh, here
looked
we
like,
go. We got
you know
one
what?
replay.
Now
There
we
we
can
go.
figure out what happened.
Boom.
The
Waits
one
for the
just like,
second.
I
I
want
like
that.
that. Waits for the cocoon to hit for the cleanse, right?
Honestly, it's a little insecure that he W'd first. But then he had to R and land that. Could have just queued right out of the bush, but
Okay.
no, I'm kidding. It was pretty well.
No, I like it. Let's lay on thick,
No,
my
no,
friend.
no.
Let's flame him.
No one's flaming here.
Yeah, no. First blood for TSM. It was a really good look for the mid jungle duo there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad for Pantheon. I'm pretty sure if Pantheon is not doing anything early game, he's not really much of a champion later, especially compared to like any of the control mages that are meta right now.
He also lost his flash there. That's another important, right?
Yeah.
So Orianna was able to hold hers. Pantheon loses his.
Oh, the Rift Herald.
I just hope they go for it again. Because I think, like, psychologically, a lot of players are like, well, we tried it once, it didn't work, like, it's not going to work again, right? I think you can set that play up again, and I hope Firefire is at least willing to, like, be like, no, we should go for this again.
Rift Herald take, no contest there. So EG, 2 for 2 on the global objectives so far. 0 for 1 on the fights.
We see a lot of trades. Where are you at on, like, which one's worth more? Because I think Herald maybe is worth a bit more, but
Than
I think
Dragon?
they're fairly close. Yeah, at least the early.
Here, at 10 minutes into the game, which one would you take? I'm gonna give you one for free. Which one do you take?
Herald every single time.
Okay, there. I think that aligns.
Every single time for me because honestly, right now the game with the champions that are meta, it's just so like snowbally in the early game.
Yeah.
Like just getting small advantages. If you can get 4 or 5 plate advantage on your AD carry, and he gets an item spike earlier, and you just have all the pressure. You have the wave control. That's why a lot of teams pick Senna, Tom Kench. It's just really just has perma prio the entire game, and that's what.
That's why they were able to,
Yeah.
with Prio back, get to the top lane.
That's why a lot of teams value that sort of thing, and when they're going for pick fan. And
Super cool.
yeah, that's Rift Herald spawns twice now. You have more chances to get more plates, so just getting priority in lanes is really important in this meta, and that's why they're such valuable picks.
It's interesting to see how, quote unquote, conventional wisdom evolves and changes, because when these jungle changes and specifically the dragon changes were announced, everyone was immediately like, well, entirely focused around dragon from dragon 1 to dragon 4. You got to get them all, get the dragon soul, that will win the game.
Yeah.
And it seems like now the prevailing logic, to your point there, Wiggly, is like, actually, if we can just put 2 to 3K extra gold in our pocket while giving up 2 dragons, we'll get dragons 3 through 6 instead of dragons 1 and 2, and actually we're gonna still beat you to soul.
Yeah, exactly. The problem with Dragon right now versus Herald is the dragons themselves don't feel that good to take immediately. It's like you're saving up money, but if you don't never get to like cash it out, it doesn't feel good. You can just lose the game before you can actually get those 4 dragons. So.
Right. Yeah. But 4% of your MR or armor when you've got 10. Is essentially negative.
And as a jungler, it doesn't feel good to just like spend all your time taking dragon, not get the immediate payoff, and while the enemy jungler is just farming your jungle or doing something else, it just doesn't feel like great overall.
I think that's also huge. I know Kobe loves to talk about opportunity cost in the jungle and how, jungler's mind has to be kind of efficiency oriented. As we have another fight breaking out in the mid lane. Let's see how this one goes.
Woo! I think they're dead.
Everyone's showing up.
5-man mid. That's the
TK ult? No, they blocked there.
The classic.
It's just the classic Nayram.
Classic. All right.
Oh, center stage bot though. I appreciate Deathly's efficiency in not leaving the lane.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm ulting. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, Pantheon ult.
That's spicy.
Stunned up though.
Oh. I feel like if they knew that
Well-
root was connecting, they would have gone there.
Yeah, and also flash blown on Lost, right? So there is now threat of a turret dive with that Rift Herald being dropped. They might just have to
This
give
is
it up
nice.
entirely.
I think Deathly hit the W and like no one realized. Because they both got rooted there and Lost didn't have flash. So I wonder if there was a follow-up kill to be had, but this tower's still good.
Yeah, I guess, honestly, it's something I noticed a lot of Academy games. The difference between an Academy and LCS is there'll be just like nothing to fight over, and then there'll just be a random fight in the middle of the lane. And I guess that happens in LCS as well, but I just didn't really understand what happened. They just kill someone mid lane, and now, okay, we lose Dragon. All right, so.
Even though
Not
it's,
really sure.
it's only a 700 gold difference, but I feel like that was a huge play for EG. Just kill mid,
Oh, okay.
then Rift Herald drop in the bot lane, plus a dragon on the back end of it.
Oh no, this TP.
Yeah, they were just going for a mid kill, or he was just backing him up, I think, trying to push the wave, and just everyone on EG was ready. So.
Feels like a miss on his there too. Because Brandini's like literally in the brush, ready to go.
Yeah, it definitely. I understand the concept of like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to help my mid laner push out, but if that's the case, you can't just fully commit your release in there.
So what have we learned? Don't gank mid lane, you get killed.
Yeah,
Because that's twice now.
He was listening to his mid laner there. And we already talked about this. I'm telling you, that's his first strike right there.
Bull's a new play, all right.
That's the first strike. If I'm the jungler, that's the first strike. I know you play cricket, but in baseball, there's 3 strikes.
Oh yes, cricket's they're both long games, and I'm sad to say cricket is significantly longer.
Actually, I don't even know if there's 3 strikes in cricket, so I don't know.
Yeah, are there strike rules in cricket?
There are outs, but you get way more than 3.
All right, I don't want to make
get
this
more?
discussion about cricket.
Anyway, yeah, the game literally takes days sometimes to finish, so
Yeah.
we don't need to be going
Now I'm
there.
gonna stick with League of Legends.
Yes,
Yeah, great.
Longest game in an hour, perfect.
No.
Spiny, spicy ones in the item boxes, but it is just the GLP for Evolve, which is maybe surprising. I think this has become standard.
Yeah, I think almost every mid laner has been going GLP unless you have an Ornn on your team and you want to build like the Ornn items,
Yeah.
like Ludens. You can upgrade. I guess you can upgrade Death Cap too. So
Ludens doesn't feel amazing to upgrade, in my opinion.
Oh,
You
okay.
get it upgrades a bunch of your
all right,
mana.
all right,
You get
LS.
AP and mana.
All right,
right?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, where's Annie?
I love Nick. I love Nick.
Oh, that's right. He, I assume he had a hand in the academy team.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know.
He's
what I'm
only
supposed
coached
to
for the
say,
players
but
in CrossFit.
I guess he probably had some.
He taught you everything you know?
Yeah. Tell me
I
everything.
mean, he certainly did the scouting report in some.
Ooh.
Definitely.
All right, another.
By the hair on his chinny chin chin
Go
gets
flash. He's
grabbed
fun.
by that ultimate. The repel out.
Oh, I love when you try and
midway.
Would like to see it. Oh, the double knock up from the flash, but no damage to follow.
Yeah.
I like what's happening here with like a lot of these engages. It just feels like some of them aren't sticking. But at least in that instance, EG were committed to trying to
Yeah.
find it just too far
A
away.
lot of times fights like that break out just because teams want to get priority for an objective, and both teams are like, we want to push this wave first. It's like that's what you're seeing right now. These teams are just fighting over this wave.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that little unique piece of information because I think a lot of times in a vacuum,
Yeah.
you look at a fight and you go, they should be fighting over something, but that something can be a little less clear.
Yeah. Yo, that's
Herald's up
something
too.
right now is this vision for Herald.
Right.
Even though it didn't
Yeah.
seem like it, that's technically what they're doing right there is they want to fight the mid wave because whoever gets the mid wave and like gets like the positional advantage, they're gonna get all the vision, and then as you can see here, they're just gonna get ripped out.
Yeah, so 4 objectives straight for EG.
Yep.
And if they stay in mid, they should be able to break this pretty comfortably. Oh, they're back. Never mind. Everyone's reaching.
Soloing Rift Herald.
Yeah.
It's the best little mini game for a jungler. Having to run around and get that eyeball. You know, you're just like chasing the eyeball in circles.
The worst feeling is when you're trying to hit the eyeball and you swear you're hitting it every single time, but you can't. It doesn't pop.
Right.
It's happened to me so much, and it's just so annoying.
Like, what are the angles on this?
Yeah, I don't know. Riot's got to look into that one.
Just like pull a teammate of mine. Get your support in there.
Yeah.
Come on, Smoothie. Get a new guy. Come help me with the Herald.
I always am down. I always like when people help me there. But for some reason, laners don't really like hitting objectives. They like hitting minions, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I understand that, too. All right, well, I assume now they're playing for this mid Herald. Where is it? Where is Ando?
Where is he?
I think he reset it. I can't see on the mini.
Yeah, they're probably going
He
to try
must
to
be
break
mid lane
the
with the seat
tower.
there. Yeah,
Alright.
Found him.
All right, there it is.
Here we go.
Oh, the channel change, by the way, love it.
Yeah.
Really didn't like, I get that, like, some counterplay to Herald was, like,
I'm
somewhat
for
interesting
it.
object,
I'm
but, like,
for it as
no.
well.
Like, if you get them in the split second, and so we did try and do it today with Victor ulti, but just missed.
One
that's
small
fine.
gripe, though, is that I still can't use my trinket when I have Rift Herald, because you know that time you're like, I just want to ward this bush, you know, but I've got, or I just want to sweep before a gank, but I have Rift.
I think the trade-off's nice. I think one.
It is actually a good competitive trade-off, being like, hey, you have this advantage now, but you can't do this other thing.
Yeah.
It's a personal gripe as a jungler running around the map
I think a
constantly.
healthy compromise would be if Lee Sin could W to the Herald.
he just chucks Rift Herald out there and then W's to it.
Instead of rushing W's to it.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be so cool.
I mean, I hate picking up Rift Herald as Lee Sin for that reason.
Yeah.
I can't use my words, but honestly, Riot should change that.
What if
It's
Rift
an ally,
Herald,
right?
What if Rift Herald just became a mecha
Oh.
and the jungler gets to control?
That'd be hype.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm talking over another fight
it's
here. Little action. Woo! Bravo.
No. Tom Kench. What a champion. Wow, definitely lived?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Tom Kench did a lot of work there.
One kill apiece. Ooh, the heal.
That was wild.
Keep streets alive.
That's what I'm looking
Means
for.
two for one in favor
Not the
of
greatest
TSM.
color caster here, but that was
No.
wild.
I agree. I'm trying to think. See, this is like, I feel like we do the Senna check now when we look at team comp. But like Senna's utility is so good. And her range is great. Like, she can poke people down, but the common thing I hear about Senna, and I'm not a Senna expert, is like, she isn't a strong, like, consistent damage dealer, right?
I think
Not in the same way as, like, let's say, like, Tristana, classically.
No, yeah. That's why, generally speaking, you want to have more DPS in your other positions, but it's kind of weird because I'm not always sure, but sometimes Senna's just one shot, one auto. So I'm not an 80 carry main. I don't always understand it, but sometimes Senna feels really, really weak. Like if she's not ahead of, like she doesn't have her items, but other times she's just one tap, like auto Q, or one tap to a soul switch target. So.
They just committed here.
Yeah, quick replay there. It was just TSM catching out Onda in the river.
Yeah.
Even though Onda gets out, he has to blow his repel, flash, everything just to leave the fight. And so.
Yeah.
Generally, like, really tough to pin down EG's champs. Like, one is just super tanky and will CC you forever if you walk through his team. At least has repel. Pantheon is Pantheon. I mean, you got the E, I guess, to like block a lot of damage. And like Senna with a Tom Kench next to her.
I take no damage E ability. It's a really skilled ability.
It's one of those things where like, oh, never mind. It looks like
another midway fight. Here we go. Oh man. Well, they got the midway. Nice.
All for naught.
Every single fight in this
got a
game
soul,
is
it's
just
perfect.
over a midwave. Actually, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no buffs up right now. I guess
Side
Baron's
waves
up
are
technically.
also all on that side of the map though as well. So it looks like EG bought themselves some space to invade the blue jungle.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot with Ornn when there's. Actually, they do have a Braum to stop Ornn's ult. I don't know how he's getting all these ultimates off, but a lot of times when Ornn's in the game, you'll just see like random fights because his ult's on such a low cooldown.
And it's non-committal, right?
Yeah, you can just blow someone's flash and get out. So.
Keeps getting like aggressed on, I feel like, to kind of answer the question of why he hasn't blocked any on ults yet. I think he's like the fights are just happening like to a point at a point where Treats has already used all his cooldowns and damn Brandy needs ult.
Yeah, I'm not too sure because normally Braum just holds the shield, but maybe they're just not aware that Ornn's moving or something because there seems to be a lot of Ornn ults happening mid lane where Braum is, so maybe that'll have to change.
Like they're 2 damage deals are lethality users, which is fine. I mean, at least he's building damage too.
Nah, yeah, but
just
see,
like-
that's again,
I'm like-
in my head, I'm like, you go past 30, 35 minutes in this game without like Soul and Baron, I don't really see how EG wins this
What
game.
soul is it? Is it Infernal? Maybe that's the condition.
I know it's Mountain Soul because TSM got one of the mountains.
Oh, you're right.
Right, so
The
not
problem with
ideal.
Senna is you would think that she doesn't like scale that well because she uses like lethality and stuff, but actually no.
That range is huge.
There's the damage, right? But but yeah, she just can auto Q someone from across your screen without you really being able to react for like half your HP. So
Right, I don't need to do the most damage in the game if you're not able to return any damage to me.
that's
right?
Senna Tom is just he autos you and you can't go on them. So
Right.
it's just that's kind of how they play out. It's really just annoying to play against. So you have to kind of engage onto them, or you have to make the fights happen really quickly because she'll just have so much healing if you don't.
It should be interesting to watch TSM navigate around that then. A little bit from behind here as another turret goes down in favor of EG, but still very close in the gold and the kills, so anyone's game.
Yep.
Kind of curious to see. I guess TSM just like decided they want to try and fight.
The good old Lee Sin W to root your team.
I got him. I mean, at least no one died.
I did that the other day with a bunch of friends. I got hit by the root and then I
got you.
I flashed on my whole team. I literally rooted all 5 of us.
You gotta do it with Fish Shark.
It was so rough.
Fish Shark is definitely the most fun thing.
Oh, the fish shark, yeah.
Oh, when
If someone's flaming you in solo queue and you just have a shark on you,
You just flash onto him.
Yeah, you just W. You just W on him.
I'm trying to save you. Oh no. Again, though, to kind of reiterate our point earlier of like, I think TSM are like still figuring out like how they want to play and like probably like how their comms work, especially mid to
TSM
late.
is always figuring out how they want to play.
I mean, often the answer is slowly, right? And I think there is options on this team to like play a little more fast-paced. Like Speaker, perfectly good aggressive jungler. Evolve, certainly a player that if that kind of metagame and he wants to play that way, he can go toe-to-toe and just take over a game. But I think, like, I assume Treats is the primary shot caller on TSM, and it just feels like they're also learning how to play together. Whereas one thing I actually credit Matt a lot for is that he's been around for so long as a support player and played with so many different players. And in this case, even a player he's very comfortable playing with in-depthly. I feel like the whole reason TLA were good last season was that Matt would just micromanage everyone, like play Galio, and they would just play macro like better than a lot of the teams in the
Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people talk about. I see on like Reddit or like they always say like, oh yeah, like this guy's a shot caller, blah blah blah. But a lot of times on most teams, it's pretty hard, especially with League of Legends nowadays, just to have only one person who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, even if you have like 1 or 2 rookies, you want to make sure that they know how to like call things for themselves because League is such a team game now that if you have like 3 players who don't know what they're doing and 2 players who do, a lot of times you're still gonna look lost because people can't micromanage people like perfectly. But obviously there are some like really good like veteran players that can do that like with younger players. So I think that's definitely a possibility that could be happening in games. So.
We had a second Drake picked up for TSM, so that makes 2-2 in the Dragons. EG opted to trade for a second tier turret in the top lane.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's gonna be a Dragon Soul this game. I guess there could be, but a lot of times when teams are trading dragons, it doesn't seem like it ends up happening.
Right.
The games just go too late.
Yeah, at the very least, we need 10 plus more minutes to hit Dragon Soul for either team.
Oh, they're starting.
Ooh,
right?
Baron start on the pink board. EG looking to push the pace.
I feel like Senna's so good at starting down.
Yeah, they don't ever take damage with Ornn and Senna. They can always just start it and
Stack for 5-man heals and things like that. Like,
there's just no like downside for EG to start Baron at any point. They can always just get blue orbs out. They can make Aatrox maybe TP if they do it really well. So they can always just start it and go back to lanes if TSM realizes that they're on it. So.
Is that what you would be looking to do then in EG's position from this point forward in the game? Would you be calling like, hey guys, we should be cycling to bait Baron and look for our fight there?
Yeah, I think with Ornn and Senna and Pantheon, generally speaking, you want to group up, start Baron, have Pantheon flank with ultimate, and just Ornn ultis, and you just team fight, because I'm pretty sure Aatrox wins side lane against Ornn at this point in the game. Even though he's not going to be like taking towers,
Right.
he's going to keep getting like timings from bottom. So a lot of times when that's the case, you want to just hit an objective, force Aatrox to TP, and like get a team fight. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to try to do, but actually maybe Ornn just wins.
Grasp Braum, baby.
Because Ornn is pretty.
Yeah, maybe
well
once,
geared
maybe
for this
once that
matchup,
Death
I'd say.
Dance
Yeah.
comes through,
Yeah,
I could
actually,
see
yeah,
it going
Ornn
the other
has
way.
he has Gauntlet and upgraded Sunfire, so they have a lot of options this game.
He probably has what, like over 300 armor at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much armor he gets, especially from the upgraded items. So, yeah, I think EG, they're definitely in a good position right now. Scaling wise, I think that they should be fine as long as they can team fight properly. Definitely, it's easier for TSM the longer the game goes on, but I wouldn't say that they have a massive advantage.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh, did it again. I think it's less of.
It's a jungle mini game, I swear.
I think it's less of like Senna like can't do damage or doesn't do damage. He certainly does. It's just like a very different style of AD. It's kind of like playing with like Ashe versus like a more like Sivir as an example, right?
Yeah. It's not your traditional.
And it's even
I
more
was gonna say
supportive
more
than like Ashe.
more like Jhin. Slow attack, generally can still, lend help.
Yeah,
range,
she's not
just
great at
ultimate.
killing tanks, but if there's no tanks, you just auto squishy target. And
Right.
There's often no tank.
Yeah, there's often only a
support. Yeah.
stone plate support, and then 5 damage dealers. So
What a time to be
definitely a
alive.
good meta for her.
Well, we're waiting for the next fight to break out. Quick Ornn item check. We already mentioned he has himself 2 upgraded items. I think the only other upgraded item on the team is Pantheon's Youmuu's. So
Yes.
at level 15, not taking full advantage. We need more completed items.
Yep.
Black Cleave's sitting right there too in the inventory. That one's upgradable, right?
Well, you can only upgrade 1 per person,
Oh,
so
that's
he already
right.
has the Youmuuu.
All right, everyone else.
Maybe he would have wanted the Black Cleaver instead, I don't know. But the Elise is on her way to Amazonia's, which could be upgraded. I don't know what Senna buys.
She
That
could have gone
one.
Ghostblade
Could have gone to Ghostblade, exactly.
instead of. I don't know which is better though, because Dustblade is definitely really good. on her.
And Jat was theorizing that Black Cleaver should be built
Yes,
on
he was.
Senna and that people haven't. He was saying it's because of 20% cooldown.
I trust the Jat
You get on top of
stats.
that. You
honestly.
trust the Jat stats, man. Trust the Jat stats.
I haven't
for
looked
real.
into it. I don't know. That champion just one-shots me, so
Yeah,
you could
and
probably
to be
build
fair
best
to
cap
him,
on.
I don't think he was saying it definitively, like they're doing it wrong, if they should be doing this. He brought it up as as another option, like he was curious if that would be a better choice.
Yeah, I think that's probably a better choice if there's more like beefy.
More beefy dudes.
Priest better hit this E, by the way.
Oh, there's that Braum shield.
There's the shield.
Knock up.
that's cool.
It's still like a 5 against 1 in the mid lane though, as TSM converges.
I think Dini's like immune to the ulti knockup, which is W. That was really cool. I mean, pretty.
Oh, with a
pretty
movable.
standard play at this point for on players, but always nice to see them using it effectively.
Yeah, it such a feels good when you.
Yeah, man, I really feel for TSM right now. When the Senna side of the game, when you have Senna and you're winning the game, it really feels hard to lose sometimes because you're just so hard to kill. Everyone on your team is just permanently getting heals. She's just walking up, autoing people. They can't really engage because they're behind in gold. So that's why these champions are really obnoxious when they get ahead because you want to go on them, but you know you're not strong enough to. So it's you just
We
take
were,
it.
admittedly, I was kind of knocking this team comp for its lack of scaling, but exactly, they get a small lead, and then you can just see how hard it is to kill their survivability.
I think the only champion that doesn't scale well is Pantheon.
Okay.
But his job is just to be annoying, I think, and let Senna hit people. I'm not really sure. I don't play much with Pantheon, but I definitely know that he can scale into the late game okay if he has the right champions around him. So.
Did either team get second Herald? I don't think so. Or if they did, I don't know. What they did.
Second Herald was picked up. They used 1 mid and 1 bot.
Oh.
They used the 1 bot was the first one for plates.
Yep.
Second one was mid.
Yep, they got year one.
When they got
Oh,
the
that's
third
right.
off of it.
So I think the reason I'm asking is because it feels like one of TSM's biggest issues is they have no space. There's 0 towers at 32 minutes into the game. And you have to get through the Ornn and the Senna and the Tom Kench and all these random CCs. I mean, this is kind of the play. This is our play.
Forcing the
double
dragon.
TP. This is not looking too good for TSM.
You're getting in there. Great, you got it.
Well, they got double TP.
Pantheon
Deep
into the
flank
back.
from Pantheon. It's actually enough to get evolved out. Yeah, this is rough. Center is doing Santa things.
You know, no one.
Oh, Brandini, no! The flash into the complete
It doesn't
whip.
matter. It
Doesn't
literally
matter.
cannot
It
die.
doesn't matter. Oh, first kill, second kill. Oh, this could be a full-on ace.
Santa left the team.
That,
Can't move without Santa. All right,
that really
cool.
seemed like a desperation. You know, like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
can tell they're not.
Oh no.
Oh, this is.
Oh no!
That's. What? Wait, why is
What?
he?
He's playing Ring Around the Rosie.
I think he's okay.
There you
yeah,
go.
He's fine. I'm gonna say it's fine.
He really wanted those Krugs, huh?
I think he was trying to go back for the potential steal, and then,
Oh,
when, he,
really?
and then when he saw he got
No,
sweeper,
no.
you don't think so?
He was going for
Agree,
Krugs.
for
He
sure.
was going for Krugs.
100%?
What? What? Why would he Q to the? I guess maybe.
What, he
Trying
queued
to
the
learn
Krugs
that.
once he got hit by the sweeper. He knew that someone was there because he got hit by enemy sweeper, so he queued the Krugs.
I thought he was
away.
just mad he lost the team fight.
So he's like, I'm gonna go
mad.
get myself 10 gold.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
I don't know for sure, but my imagination is that in that moment they were like, go for the steal, give it a shot. So he
True,
started to
true.
turn back as soon as he got hit by the sweeper. He's like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm out.
It's looking pretty rough for them at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this team fight back, like, TSM did a lot right here, but I think Firefly did a great job.
Well,
getting
why is
involved.
Evolved there?
That's a
I
good
think,
question,
I think
actually.
that's one of the big errors for TSM is that Evolved is off to the side of the fight. So he's 1v1ing an Ornn as opposed
Yeah,
to...
he 1v1 Pantheon and he blew his full combo on his. He had his P up, so he did 0 damage actually.
And
Yeah,
then
like,
again.
you can just tell, like, right now it looks like TSM, they're not really sure how to win this game anymore, so they just start Baron, hope that they can get double TP out, and
Throwing Hail Marys.
yeah, that's kind of how it felt like to me. But
Here
honestly,
we go, Baron empowered
Stand up.
push.
a lot of the times now, with the way the meta is, like the control mages that exist in meta, Baron doesn't feel as bad to give up because you can actually wave clear.
You can
Like,
still kill these
You
minions.
can still wave clear on your tier 3 towers, but it definitely doesn't feel good because you just lose your entire jungle and probably dragon, and yeah, definitely the mental edge when you're just playing defense for the next like 5 minutes or whatever. So
Yeah, it is going to be turret defense for TSM right now. Evolved is well over 300 CS. So is Lost. So again, there's still the potential that those two damage dealers, if they find the right fight, a big wombo and plenty of consistent damage coming out of the Aphelios, there's still a possibility for a win, but it's looking grim.
actually, EGA have done a pretty good job like managing their waves here. They're making sure that they crash at the same time, so it doesn't look like.
Is that hard to do? Because I think
Yes,
it's right.
it
For me,
is.
no, that's what I'm saying. I think it's really hard. Like as a solo queue only player, right?
Well,
Managing waves
we
is
gotta
really
fight.
difficult.
Let's take a look at this. TSM is collapsing on Brandini there. Pick up 1 kill to defend the inhibitor. Pantheon ult immediately
There's GA.
put into his GA.
It's the base. Oh, he's actually just dead.
Okay, so they trade 2 kills for an inhib so far.
Red Ass has given them credit.
I mean, TSM have to fight there, right?
No, what TSM did was good. I was just Ornn didn't have to die there for sure. He could have just backed off and waited for other waves to crash, but regardless, it's still like.
Yeah, I mean, quite literally,
Santa.
by playing the waves, they took down 3 inhib turrets
Yeah.
and 2 inhibitors, even with that misposition.
I think it was well executed by EG, but I definitely think something went wrong by TSM because usually it isn't that easy to just line up 3 waves and just hit all at the same time.
Crash,
Normally, when you lose Baron, you try to push out one of the waves all the way at least. So I'm not sure exactly what happened after the Baron, but definitely seemed a bit.
Here's the replay here of the fight.
This Brandini is fun.
I don't know, just being a little disrespectful there when he sees.
I mean, when you're playing a tank like that, sometimes you just think you just
I'm
cannot
on
die.
yeah.
So that's definitely what that was.
Women tested. Oh, and then I guess Firefly kind of gets baited to ulting in that to try and help the Ornn. Although Ornn is really far. Whatever.
That was just I'm gonna die with my friend type of player right there.
I mean, you know,
if you're running it down, I'll run it down.
We got 1 kill, the game's probably over, so it's not the biggest loss. at
Team
this
bonding
stage.
right there.
Yeah, I did that with Crown and LCS.
They are the new players. That makes sense. They're the 2 new guys. They gotta.
Yeah, you have to do it once in a while.
2 inhibs down, EG
Bonding.
They backed up, they picked up the Mountain Dragon Soul off of that. So
Oh.
we did end up getting to a Dragon Soul in this game.
Great. Now they're even harder to kill.
Now the tanky team just got even tankier. Just candidly, Wiggly, of the 4 Dragon Souls, which one do you think is the best?
Mountain.
You think Mountain's the best?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm actually surprised by that answer.
Oh, really? What do people tell you?
I would have thought that people would point to Infernal and Ocean.
I think Ocean used to be the best, but
Okay.
it got nerfed like 2 to 3 times, I'm pretty sure, and it doesn't feel as good anymore.
Gotcha.
The reason why I really dislike playing against Mountain is because when you're the losing team, it's like the same concept as the Senatom. When you're the losing team and the enemy team has Mountain, they have so much defensive stats and a giant shield.
You were already hard to kill.
So at least when they have Infernal, you can be like, okay, like let's pick someone in a bush. Like
That's a
they
good
won't
point.
be able to hit me. Like, but when they have Mountain, it just feels like
So that's interesting because perspective of the losing
they
team.
picked
Oh,
someone
big
in a bush.
fight, big fight.
maybe.
Oh, someone died. That's good.
TSM is looking for their way back into it. 1 kill picked up. They've used most of their crucial abilities. We blocked the Ornal with the Braum.
Wow, it's actually pretty.
They could really win in there too.
But minions are still well in favor of EG, so you got to look at the base.
Yep. No, that's just what I was saying. I mean, this time Mountain didn't help, but
No. I think that's interesting. The idea
That
of
looks
looking at
actually
it
pretty
from
good there.
the losing team as another TP comes through.
Yeah, bring it in.
Nini right back in the thick of it, just looking to pick up that third inhib.
That TP is kind of like a GA, just like back to life after almost dying in the
absolutely.
fight. And this is the thing I do like about this comp, in that, like, again, Senna can do damage, but is not like a super high DPS like IE carry, although it does have the Molten Edge now upgraded from on. But like, I think in long sustained fights where she can use her utility more effectively, where she can keep healing her teammates, like you're saying, Wiggly, it just feels like a battle of attrition that you always lose.
yeah.
And you don't need a lot of damage if that's how your team fights are gonna win.
Yeah.
If they can never pick you and kill the center and get through your frontliners and get anywhere in a team fight.
I mean, this game is a perfect example. They have less deaths or less kills than their opponents, and they're still winning the game, right? So that speaks to your point. Like, we don't actually have to win all these fights necessarily.
Yeah.
We can extend them.
We just have to not lose.
Not lose them, exactly. All right, another Baron here for EG. This one should be relatively uncontested with double super.
I'm not really sure how TSM wins unless someone just dies.
It's going to take
in
a 5-man fountain in to bring
Yeah.
this one back, baby.
I've seen it happen in North America though.
right?
We've all seen it happen.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Right.
Elder Dragon's coming up. I don't think that's gonna be contestable
I don't
at
even
all.
think. You don't even go for that, right?
you
just
got-
walk,
I think-
walk this one in.
I think you gotta. Wait, when's Elder Dragon up?
I don't know. It's still a while.
It's still a while. Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
even
another
if it's
couple
up, I think you
minutes,
kind of that Elder Dragon is like so.
Oh my
strong.
God.
So I feel like even though you can't, you just might as well try at this point if you're TSM.
Senna with Elder, by the way, is really gross.
Yeah. I mean, what you're gonna see here is TSM knows that they're on a timer from all the minions.
They've got to
in
pick the
mid,
fight,
so
right?
If I'm Lee Sin, I'm just looking to flash kick anyone
Cool.
into my team.
Is your target Senna, or do you try, or is it just whoever? You can't be that picky.
Yeah, you can't be picky here.
Okay.
You kind of only have 3 good
cannot be
targets,
picky.
because I don't want to really go on Tom.
Ideally, you get Senna, but she has Banshees.
Right.
And Pumpkin.
Yeah, someone's just gotta go here.
She's got like 10,000 health standing.
Oh no!
This is it.
Wow.
Last ditch effort.
The next is
painful.
open.
Yeah.
Just watching your.
This is that
opponent-
solo
taking
queue
a
moment where you're
minion.
like, just let the minions do it.
I guess
Just
it's-
stand there and buff the minions.
I mean, that mountain, like, and is not even that unhealthy.
Ooh, nice knock up there. Santa ult across the top. This is a messy
I mean,
fight.
again, like, it's
No
just
deaths.
attrition.
There it
PA
is.
death.
First one picked up for Senna in this fight.
You're just like.
This is a mess.
Oh, is this the Penta? It's not the Penta.
It's wild.
They want the Penta. Give him
Love
the
it.
Penta.
Wait, what?
There it is, triple.
It's a pentacle for minions, or?
No, the minions are
All
good.
right, triple kill for the Senna there. Evil
too many in here.
Geniuses,
That was the
they do
problem.
come up with the victory, so that feels good. With Onda back in the lineup again, I think that is something to acknowledge, that they weren't playing with their intended Academy roster last week. So first game with that intended roster, they do pick up a fairly clean win there over TSM. It wasn't high action, but it felt like they had a relatively good idea of what their game plan was the whole time through, how they would win this game.
Yeah, I think a lot of times high action game isn't. As a player, you don't always want a high action game. A lot of times the low action games are the ones that you played the best. So I think EG really knew what their win condition was this game, and they just played to it. And Yeah, they got the win.
That felt like a Senna on game to me.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
like the embodiment
definitely.
of how those two champions want to play.
And I just gotta say thank you to you, Wiggly, for kind of the input that you had there around how that champion operates. Again, we had some, we had a lot of questions coming into the split with 2 new ADCs in Senna and Aphelios, kind of what the bot lane would look like. But having that pro player color context there is quite helpful. With all of tonight's games completed, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. Dignitas remains at the top of the table undefeated after 3 games. Then half of the league is tied for second. With their win today, Evil Geniuses catches up to TSM Academy for a share of 7th, while CLG and TL remain winless. Now, before we sign off, let's go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's matches. The LCS kicks off with CLG versus 100 Thieves, followed by Dignitas versus Team Liquid. 2 more games before our next Academy match, which pits Cloud9 versus Immortals. CLG, 100 Thieves, you guys are also searching for your first win of the split. How are you feeling about that matchup?
I mean, I'm pretty confident going to the ending game. Yeah, of course. It's early in the season. Every game is fun for me, so
Right.
I'm excited.
Elise, Lee Sin, Rek'Sai.
I'm not gonna.
I got you.
We'll see.
Just roll a
Maybe
dice.
Soraka jungle will be in the table, so.
That'll be the day. Soraka jungle. I'm into that. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's matchups? Be it the CLG one or anything else that jumped out.
What are your
I just
thoughts?
have to ask you, is set jungle a thing?
Is that jungle? It might be.
Might be. Oh, all right. I'll take that.
I like it. We're not giving up anything here today. That is going to do it for Academy Rush here in week 2. Again, Wiggly, thank you so much for taking the time here on a Monday or Friday evening. Our Monday, to come talk with us. Now for myself, the casters, the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for more of the LCS. Good night. Ooh, here's your action in the mid lane.
He gets it too, though.
Quick goal.
Ooh, what's going on here?
Through.
That was sick, actually.
That was-
Vika's such a genius.
Oh, okay, very well played. Bravo.
No, I'm Kenji. What a champion. Wow, definitely lived?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Tom Kenji did a lot of work there.
Kill a piece. Ooh, the heal. The flash into the complete
It doesn't
whip.
matter. It
Doesn't
literally
matter.
cannot
It
die.
doesn't matter. Oh, first kill, second kill.